Webster City Middle School. I'm Cameron.
And I'm Gianna.
It's January 27th.
You look really tired, Cameron.
Yeah, I've been staying up late the last few nights working on my math.
Math plots? I hear it's the rage in 5th grade.
Math plots? What are those?
Let's have the expert explain.
Hey WCMS, it's me Aiden, and I'm reporting in coordinates 4, 6, or in other words, Miss Ginther's room. In 5th grade math, we are working on plotting coordinates on a graph piece of paper. We then label each plot with a letter of the alphabet. Then we connect the plots in order using a straight edge to make a shape. Speaking of coordinates, in Project Explore, we are designing a flag from any country in the world. Using Apple Basic Language on these computers, we enter coordinates for plots, horizontal lines, vertical lines, and loops until finally they look something like this. We are also coding on our iPads at code.org. Now let's hand it over to Andy in coordinates 12, 8, or in other words, the Media Center.
Hello everyone, I'm Andy, and I'm with Mrs. Awesome News, the media specialist, to find out what is Makerspace. So Mrs. Awesome News, what is a makerspace?
A makerspace is a place where students or anyone can come and actually make things, create things, and take projects home with them. It varies as to what things are available, but basically it's a place to make and create things that you enjoy doing.
What then specifically are these students doing?
Okay, so this is a 5th grade intervention group that I have, and right now they're doing very different things. Sometimes we all do the same thing, but I have some kids who are working on coding on the iPads, and then I also have some kids who are creating things with Legos, and I have some kids doing duct tape projects where they're putting things together, making duct tape projects. And the other thing is origami is also available.
Who can participate?
Right now things are a little bit limited to intervention groups or study hall, or if they have free time in art, I get some students then. We're looking for ways to open up Makerspace to more students. Right now it's a little bit limited, but it's going to grow. We're just beginning.
Thank you, Mrs. Awesome News. You can continue with what you are doing. Well, that was definitely interesting. It looks and sounds very fun. Let's send it back over to the anchors.
Oh, I've done Makerspace. It's really cool.
You know what else is cool?
Huh.
Band, especially the honor band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hear Gracie knows a thing or two about it.
Hey WCMS, it is Drew.
And Gracie, we are here to talk about Carl King Honor Band.
Honor Band took place on January 16th in Fort Dodge at St. Edmund.
8 students from Webster City went to Honor Band.
Those students were Gracie, Drew, Jace, Carla, Blake, Eric, Gemma, and Taylor.
The day was very crazy. We had to rehearse for a long time, rehearse with our sections, eat, more rehearsal, and all that kinds of stuff.
Later in the day, we got to listen to a brass group called Jive for Five. They are music directors that came together to do their covers of several songs.
Yeah, they were pretty awesome, but don't forget about us. We played a lot of good songs, including Zia, Tomorrow's Yesterday, Adrenaline Rush, Escapade, and my personal favorite, Valley Forge.
It was a blast playing together, and I think we sounded amazing, even after playing all day.
Well, that's all the time we have here, so let's blare it on over to George.
It's George here to talk about what we're doing in computer class. We are collecting data of places in Webster City in teams, with each member researching different parts of the team's place's timeline. For example, the 1950s through 2000s. We are doing this so that eventually we can use an app called Erasma to make a virtual reality of the place we have, with the information collected. Well, that's all, so let's digitalize it over to the anchors.
Wow.
Hey, wasn't it Martin Luther King Jr. Day not that long ago?
Yeah, it was. In fact, I hear the 7th graders are doing some reading on it.
Well then, let's hear what they have to say.
Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream. But many people have dreams, so what makes his dream different than the others? Hi, it's Katie here at WCMS. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream to make everyone equal, no matter the color. And on August 28, 1963, he shared his dream with everyone at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., and changed history. We started class last week with an introduction to King's speech on History.com. Then we annotated his speech. We ended the week with illustrating certain phrases that created images in our minds, and finally, writing dreams of our own. Now let's dream on over to Peyton.
Hey WCMS, it's Peyton here with Mr. Hartnett, the 7th and 8th grade wrestling coach. I'm going to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Nope, don't mind.
How many kids signed up for wrestling this year?
We've got about 18 that signed up, and we're down to about 12 now, so numbers dropped a little bit.
How do you think you'll do in the coming meets?
Well, we had 2 left. One got canceled today, so we've only got one more Thursday. So we're hoping it improves a little bit more than it has been going. So usually we win 50% of the matches, so we're hoping it's a little better than that. So.
How much have your wrestlers improved this year?
We've got a real young group, and they've improved a lot this year. So I'm looking forward to next year with them.
That was very interesting. Maybe next year I'll sign up. Now off to the anchors.
Wrestling. How great.
I wonder how they're doing at their meets.
I don't know. I guess it's a mystery.
Speaking of mysteries, have you finished writing yours?
Yes, I have. But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, let's have Riley explain.
Hi WCMS, it's Riley here. In 8th grade, we were writing our own mystery stories. Before we wrote them, we had to make a poster about the vocabulary, and then we had to make a plot diagram to get an idea of what our story was going to be about. When we were done preparing, we got to write a mystery story. Here are some brief examples of our mystery stories. What was your story about?
This girl named Gray that gets kidnapped at a slumber party.
My story was about a boy named Elijah, kind of like mine, but he has to survive the nuclear fallout.
Let's go to Audrey to solve the mystery about what's coming next.
Hey guys, it's Audrey here. Do you know what the Iowa caucuses are? They are political meetings being held in every county in different buildings on Monday, February 1st. There are 2 parties, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. The Democratic Party is 3 candidates, while the Republican Party is 11 candidates, making there be 14 candidates in total. In Project Business, we are working on finding the differences between the Democratic and Republican parties. But why are the caucuses so important?
It gets us started.
It brings the media attention to Iowa.
It brings the candidates to Iowa. So we get to know them.
We learned what the candidates are standing for. We know the differences between the candidates and will hold our own in-class caucus on Monday. We should go ask the anchors so they know what a caucus is.
Of course we know.
We have to remember that politics don't just affect the voters. They also affect everyone in the country, including us students.
Yeah, so be sure to pay attention to the results of the caucus.
Now here are some upcoming events. There is a wrestling meet in Boone on Thursday the 28th, and the 7th and 8th grade boys have basketball games with Humboldt.
On Monday the 1st, there are 7th and 8th grade basketball games for the girls with St. Ed's. It's also caucus night.
On Thursday the 4th, there is a 2-hour early out, and parent-teacher conferences are from 2 to 7 p.m.
Well, that's all from now.
See you next time on
From the Middle.